This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes, Chapter 13. You know that life cannot withhold itself from you. All that life is and has is fully given to you to enjoy. The life of God is perfect and eternal. It is the essence of everything that is. Life is God's gift to you. It is always ready to manifest itself through you in its entire fullness. You are a self-choosing mind in a divinity which permeates everything. You are always in the midst of life, a life that lives eternally and lives through you now. Therefore, you need not be disturbed by the passage of time, the movement around you, nor the variations of experience through which you go. There is something within you that remains unmovable, that always speaks directly to you, saying, "Be still and know that I am God." Say, "Consciously I draw upon the life that is mine. I know that the fullness of life, which is divine in its origin, eternal in its presence, and forever available, is mine. The life of the eternal Spirit is my life. The infinite riches of its being are mine to enjoy. The vitality, the wisdom, and the peace of God are mine. I accept them in fullness, in joy, and in peace." You are a part of the universal mind, one with the universal substance. You live, move, and have your being in pure spirit. All the wealth, the power, and the goodness of this spirit exist at the center of your being. You experience this good in such a degree as you accept, believe in, and feel it. Since the only life you can have is the life of spirit within you, you need but permit its radiance to flow through your thought into self-expression. You are surrounded by a dynamic force, a great surge of living power. You are immersed in and saturated with the vital essence of life. Its presence permeates everything, binding all together in one complete whole. As you enter into life, feeling the divine presence in everything, more and more you will hear a song of joy singing at the center of your being. You have only to be still and listen to this song of life, for it is always there. Say, "Knowing that the loving presence is always closer to me than my very breath, I have nothing to fear. I feel this loving protection around me. I know that the song of joy, of love, and of peace is forever chanting its hymn of praise and beauty at the center of my being. Therefore, I tune out of my mind all unhappy and negative ideas. I turn the dial of my thought into the sunshine of life, into brightness and laughter, into the joyous presence of radiant spirit. I lay aside all anxiety, all striving, and let the law of divine love operate through me into my affairs. Joyfully I anticipate greater abundance, more success, and a deeper peace. Joy wells up within my mind, and life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart." The Chinese sage said that the Tao, meaning spirit, produces everything, nourishes everything, and maintains everything. It flows through and is in all things, being all that is. There is nothing outside of it. There is a spiritual presence pervading the universe, welling up in your consciousness, always proclaiming itself to be the source of your being. The enlightened ones of the ages have told you that your recognition of life is God within you recognizing itself in everything you do. There is but one presence in the universe. Since it is in and through everything, it must be in and through you. This presence manifests itself in and through all forms, all people, all conditions. This presence is life itself. Its nature is love and givingness. Negation may be an experience and a fact. It can never be an ultimate truth. Life cannot operate against itself. Always the negative is overcome by the positive. Good cannot fail to overcome evil. The meek alone shall inherit the earth. Finally, it will obliterate everything unlike itself, even as the sun dissolves the mist. Say, I refuse to contemplate evil as a power. I know that it will flee from me. It dissolves and disappears in the light of love. I know that hate cannot exist where love is recognized. I turn the searchlight of truth upon every apparent evil in my experience. This light dissolves every image of evil. The manifestation of good is complete. Love makes the way clear before me. I am guided into an ever-widening experience of living. My every thought and act is an expression of the goodness which flows from life. The divine circulates through me automatically, freely. Every atom of my being is animated by its action. I know that at all times I have a silent, invisible partner walking with me, talking with me, operating through me. Continuously, I keep my mind open to its guidance, to its inspiration and illumination. You are either attracting or repelling according to your mental attitudes. You are either identifying yourself with lack or with abundance, with love and friendship or with indifference. You cannot keep from attracting into your experience that which corresponds to the sum total of your states of consciousness. This law of attraction and repulsion works automatically. It is like the law of reflection. A reflection corresponds to the image held before a mirror. Life is a mirror peopled with the forms of your own acceptance. How careful, then, you should be to guard your thoughts, not only seeing to it that you keep them free from doubt and fear, accepting only the good, but equally you should consciously repel every thought which denies that good. Knowing that the law of mind works automatically upon your thought, or that your thought works upon it, you may free yourself from the sense of personal responsibility, while at the same time remaining aware that even spiritual laws must be definitely used if they are to produce tangible results in your experience. Say, I believe with absolute conviction that my word will not return unto me void. I know that spiritual laws execute themselves just as do all other laws of nature. I know that my word penetrates any unbelief in my mind, casts out fear, removes doubt, clears away obstacles, permitting that which is enduring, perfect, and true to be realized. I have complete faith and acceptance that all the statements I make will be carried out as I have believed. I do everything with a sense of reliance upon the law of good. Therefore, I know that my word shall not return unto me void. I accept this word and rejoice in it. I expect complete and perfect results from it. I relax and let a power greater than myself work for me, in me, and through me. There is a God power at the center of every person's being, a presence that knows neither lack, limitation, nor fear, sickness, disquiet, nor imperfection. This presence and power is at the center of all people and all things. But because everyone is an individual, they can build a wall of negative thoughts between themselves and this perfection. This makes it difficult for the true center to come to the surface. When this happens, the mind becomes impressed only by its external environment, which declares that impoverishment and pain must necessarily accompany every person in their experience through life. This whole process is an activity of thought, either consciously or unconsciously entertained. The wall which keeps you from the greater good is built of mental blocks, cemented together by fear and unbelief, mixed in the mortar of negative experience. Now, you are to tear down this wall, to completely destroy it. The view which this wall obstructed is now seen in all its grandeur. The sun never really stopped shining, and the river of life forever flows. Having destroyed the barrier, you may sit upon the banks of this river, contemplating the beauty of nature, or you may bathe in its refreshing coolness. Every person's experience is an attempt to merge their own being with this eternal river, not to the loss of their identity, but to the discovery of that self which has never wholly left its heaven. Like an echo from some unknown shore, there is a voice seeking to be heard. Like clouds which obscure the mountain tops of vision, thoughts of fear and doubt obstruct the greater view. Say, I know that there is a presence and a perfect law irresistibly drawing into my experience everything which makes life happy and worthwhile. I know that friendship, love, and happiness belong to me. Nothing but good can go forth from me. The good I receive is but the completion of a circle, the fulfillment of my desire for all. I no longer judge according to appearances, be they mental or physical. I have placed my reliance in the power, the presence, and the perfection of God. Therefore, I have dominion over all apparent evil. I repudiate all its claims, cast out every fear of or belief in that which is not good, and I exercise the dominion which by divine right belongs to me. I know that freedom and joy are mine today. This freedom and joy spontaneously express themselves in my experience. There is nothing in me that can obstruct their passage. I permit them to flow through me in all their wonder and might. I am conscious of an infinite wisdom directing me. Whatever I ought to know, I shall know. Whatever I ought to do, I shall do. Whatever belongs to me will come to me. I am compelled to recognize my good, to understand and accept it, and to act upon it. Therefore, I declare that every step of my way is guided and guarded. With joy, I enter into the fulfillment of life. This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes, Chapter 13.